Hi, this is Darlington, and what you're seeing is a sine wave being displayed on my Tektronix 2225 50 megahertz oscilloscope. The sine wave is sweeping through the audible spectrum from 0 to about 2 kilohertz, and it's being displayed in regular and 5 times magnification at 2 microseconds per division. So we're looking at it extremely magnified. And you'll notice it is a very smooth sine wave. I'm very pleased with how well the Tenma function generator creates its waveforms. As pretty as that is, I think the triangle is even more impressive. It's extremely linear and very smooth. Now, as pretty as these waveforms are, I think it's far more interesting to hear what they sound like, since this is the audible part of the spectrum. So I will add an 8-ohm speaker across the terminal, which will attenuate the signal quite a bit, so you'll notice that the amplitude on the oscilloscope will drop quite a bit, but we will be able to hear the signal. Now you can barely hear it at this point, and you can barely see it on the oscilloscope. So what we need to do is increase the amplitude. And you'll notice that we did lose some of the linearity of the triangle wave. Especially in the lower part of the frequency, you can see it's curving in and out of linearity. But it does have a very interesting sound to it. One of the interesting things about the waveforms is the prettier ones seem to have the more boring sounds, and vice versa. The sine wave, which we saw earlier, has no harmonics whatsoever. It's just a completely natural sine wave, and you hear one specific note. The triangle has a lot more harmonic component to it, and so it has a much more interesting sound. The ugliest wave to look at, in my opinion, is the square wave, but the square wave also has, by far, the most harmonics. I can turn that down a bit and get a better view of it. These are the basic waveforms that my synthesizer project is going to be utilizing. For now, it's interesting to look at them and play with them a little bit on the function generator. And just so that it doesn't feel left out, I'm going to get a voltage reading on my multimeter. So this way, all of my happy little instruments are working. So what we're seeing is a millivolt reading across the terminals of the speaker. And isn't that pretty? Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. This is Darlington Pear, signing off.